My name is Michael Zed Johnson. Growing up, I was an underachieving student. I was a bully, high school dropout, and an entrepreneur at the same time. Now, my life has changed with age and experiences and that kind of stuff. And now I focus on being a selfless entrepreneur, mentor, and businessman. And I talked to my friends. I was like, I'm going to own a business one day. And I would always get the same stuff from everybody. I said, no, you're not. You suck at school. Your mother's paying $50 a month for rent. You don't have it. And what I learned along the way was they didn't know my determination, right? Whether it's you want to be a diesel mechanic, they didn't know my determination. They were telling me the excuses they used to not fulfill their dreams. I tried selling baseball cards and Beanie Babies and did that for a while, did eBay for a while, but I was always doing something and things didn't work and they were failures, and failure's fine, it's part of the process. We all fail. I fail all the time. When you're making decisions, they need to be logical decisions. If you make emotional decisions, then you get off the tracks because there's no logic behind it, it's emotional. And then the circle of influence is what I call who and what you surround yourself with. And not just who, it doesn't have to be people. What are you consuming online? You know, if you're watching stuff on YouTube or whatever, and it's just people that are mad all the time and griping and complaining, or your Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat is all just nonsense or political stuff that gets you upset. Why bring that into your life? All educations are expensive, so I'm going to tell you guys a story of a $70,000 education. 2007, stock market's going crazy. I've always been interested in the stock market, and it's running wild. So I start doing phantom trades on paper. And I do all these phantom trades. Tell my wife I want to go borrow $70,000. I ended up losing every dime, every penny of that money. If I took that 70 grand and put it in Amazon, that same money would be worth 1.6 today. Two mistakes there. Number one, I was chasing money, which was the absolute wrong reason to do any of that stuff. What I should have done is come up with a plan to reach a goal. The other thing, which I think is probably the biggest issue I see with young people, is patience. And I see that with young people, and like if we start looking at alternative careers, the YouTubes, the Instagrams, and that kind of stuff. So many of these kids think you're going to start a YouTube channel today and have 200,000 subscribers tomorrow and you're making 50 grand a month. I think young people see it like a duck on the water. They just see the duck chilling. They don't see all the work that's going on under the water with these YouTube people. Now, so many young people can go talk to their parents and say, hey, I want to be on YouTube, and you start hearing the excuses that I was talking about earlier, because they don't see that it's possible. They don't see that wasn't their generations. I know it's possible. So, but don't get discouraged whenever something happens and somebody's not willing to help you. There's plenty of people that aren't willing to help you. Plenty of people. So you just move on past them, find somebody new. Well, guys, thank you all so much. I'm gonna leave you one quote, my favorite quote ever, and it's from John Lennon. There's probably only 3 of us in this room know who John Lennon is, but he was one of the Beatles. And the quote is, when I was 5 years old, my mother told me the key to life is happiness. I went to school and I was asked what I want to be when I grow up, and I wrote down happy. And the instructor said, I don't think you understand the question. And John said, I don't think you understand life. If I seek happiness over everything else will fall into place. I promise.